Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to Time with Jesus and some good old truck talk. Well, I guess it's home talk now. But there's a lot been going on, and each day you just push forward and give it all to God. I mean, we have to trust in him. We got to trust that he knows what's going on, and he knows the beginning and the end, and all we can do is just praise him in the storms. There's been a lot of going back and forth on some of the videos and some of the older ones that I did and comments. And first of all, family's family. It's not that I don't love my children. It's not that I don't love family. It's not that I don't love people in general. Again, people's going to take comments. They're going to take whatever I say. There's a reason why I speak the things that I speak. There's a reason why I speak back to people when they ask me questions. Asking them questions back on it. What's in your mind, what's in your brain is how you're feeling inside. That's what's going to lead you or distract you away from God. There's temptations everywhere we go. There's Satan doesn't sleep, people. God doesn't sleep. So why does Satan? If you think he's going to sleep, you're absolutely wrong. I tell you what, for the last few weeks, this is probably some of the worst stuff I've ever been through. Is even as far as I don't know what the heck I was just doing here, moving some of these pieces. But I took a couple bad falls and hit my head pretty hard, and been struggling a lot with some memory issues and stuff, and just struggling to get through a day sometimes. This is by far out of the unnormal for me. I'm not used to someone doing something that I'm capable of doing, but I'm not capable of doing anymore. It's really rough to not be able to go outside and enjoy your day, and to be able to do something more than a few minutes. You just struggle through the day. You struggle through what we have, but that's just a little update. It's not getting any better, actually. If I have to put it in a category of worse, it's I would give it about a 95% of horrible each day. But I praise God. I know He's got a purpose for it. He's got a bigger reason than what I got for it and what I can understand. And I just praise Him and love Him. Damn, cut the crap out of my hand, my arm. Good night. It's bleeding pretty bad. Well, life goes on. Even something like that. I could sit there and complain about it all day, or put a Band-Aid on it, put some liquid Band-Aid, super glue, whatever I have in there. I don't care. I've used it all. But what I came to do on this video was it's basically a warning. We see the signs, people. We are seeing signs of everything unfold in front of us. I mean, there is so much corruption. There is so much negativity. There is so much people, lovers of themselves, boastfulness, pride people. I mean, there is so much going on. We were at a restaurant, and I mean, it was as simple as they overcharged $2 because at this particular place we go, there's a salad bar, and they got a pizza bar, but you got to pay extra $2 for the pizza bar. And it wasn't the principle of that; it was just the principle that she didn't get the pizza bar, so she went and told the waitress about it. And the waitress was being real nice, and it's a different skin color. And I'm not saying anything about racism or anything like that, but I'm saying she was super nice until Darling went up there and she mentioned something, and then she just started getting an attitude, and she was just pretty much saying, well, it was just $1. I don't care if it's 50 cents. You still charge for something that's not there. Dude, that's your job, to fix the bill. And then, so Darlene asked again, and she said that they were fixing it or whatever. She ain't got time for that. I mean, people, this place probably had maybe 5, 6 customers at sitting down. I mean, seriously. They were not busy. And for them to sit there and then slam a door, push it up, and then the general manager was even worse. Worse. And at that point, I stepped outside because, I already see Satan knocking on the door. And you look at from the corporate office all the way down in places, you look at how things are flowing into place. I mean, it starts at the top and it just flows downhill. You can sit here and be upset all day. You can moan and groan. You can scream. You can cry. You can cut a fit. It's not going to change. This world is getting worse and worse. You walk in churches these days and it's watered down. It is just sickening what is going on. The enemy is surely taking over so much right now. And we keep allowing it because, we keep thinking, well, it's not happening where I'm at. But yet, if you're walking out and you're talking about somebody and you're gossip, and you fall into gossip, or you're breaking down a spirit, you're just as guilty as the next person. I've been having these conversations back and forth with this gossip and, your household and making things ready. The problem is people are not. If Christ comes for people, the signs are there. The warning signs are there. The birth pains are here. It's getting to a point where does the ark have to close the door and you're going to be one of the ones pounding on the door trying to get in? If you can't see what's going on right now, if you can't see this is the first time we've ever had an American Pope put in place, you can't see the rise of the Antichrist coming, you're blinded and you're going to be left here. You are going to be left here, but you're going to be so fearful. You're going to be the ones that's rushing to the front of that line to take on that mark upon your head or on your right hand, and you're going to do it freely. Once you do that, you might as well not even worry about trying to praise God or think about God or do anything else about God, because your name will be removed from the book of life. It's in there. Read it. You have to be ready, people. We got to get ready, and we're falling asleep. We're falling asleep. The churches are falling asleep. We go to prayer. Look at 9/11. We go to prayer. Everybody was in there praying. People were praying all over the place, talking about how this or talking about how that. It was so disgusting. I've never seen such crap in my life. Because as soon as a problem's over, listen to me now. As soon as a problem's over, you stop praying. So, oh God, my car won't fix. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh God, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills this week. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Here you go. I don't have my wallet next to me, but here, we'll use something. I don't know. Tell like this is an ATM card. Here, go put it in there. Slide it in the machine. Punch in. Picture, there's your pin. $0. Yeah, because you gave nothing to God. You expect God to give, but you're not willing to give back to God. You're not willing to look at the cross, what the cross stands for. You're not willing to see the man that went on the cross, that paid the sins, that defeated the grave, buried all sins in there, went and defeated hell, went back. Now, granted, he wasn't even made new yet. He was still in the position in the way that he was, because he clearly says, do not cling to me yet. But yet, we take for granted the cross. We take for granted what he's done. We take for granted that he's just going to continue to forgive us. Well, what happens if you walk out today and you fall, and same thing happened to me? My gosh, if I wouldn't have moved when I did, and that guy moved that trailer next to me, I would have died, people. It would have ran right over the top of right across the stomach area, right into the pelvis. It would have, I guarantee it would have killed me. Unless God lifted that trailer up off me and he blew something, there's no way in reality I would have lived unless God had his hands on that trailer. It's amazing some of the stuff I've lived through and some of the stuff that I've seen, and it's just not it's funny because a lot of the stuff that I've been seeing, and I'm looking at these tablets and going over them going, man, this stuff is happening. It's right here. I remember when I started talking about the WTC and the RFID chips and FEMA camps, and now some of these abandoned Walmarts and stuff, that's what they're saying these things are going to become. You look at this stuff, people, I've been talking about the Walmart stores for a long time, and these abandoned Sam's and these stores that are all closing down. if you find this all a coincidence, oh, they'll say it could be just because the things are slow, the prices are too high, nobody's going in there. No, they got to eventually shut this stuff down, people. They got to eventually shut it down so they can control what you're doing. Why do you think this home delivery stuff is so important now? Everybody's doing this, or everybody's into the point where they're basically having the stuff delivered to their house. I mean, you really got to look at what's going on here. It's crazy. I mean, literally, it's crazy. Because we're falling into Satan's tracks. We're falling into Satan's schemes. We're falling into the deceiving ways of the enemy. And we're thinking that everything's great. But yet we complain about everything. We're complaining about prices. We're complaining about, gasoline. We're complaining about food rising. We're complaining about these tariffs. We're complaining about everything and anything. But instead, we're supposed to be praising God. The warning signs are there. His return of his son is coming. I'm telling you, there's no way that we can continue to go on and go through what we're going through. If this continues, we're going to crash. I mean, what's it going to take when you're standing there and technology dies, your internet dies, which is technology, your phone's not going to work? What are you going to do when you got the government, National Guard, or the services, whatever, out there controlling traffic and giving you a curfew? It'd be like COVID all over again. They gave us a good taste of that, and thank God that he did, because most people are thinking about this going, I don't want to live like this. Well, if you don't want to live like this, then you better be changing yourself. You better be changing what's going on in your life. You better be changing and thinking about what you're doing in life. There's so many people that are stuck on reality. They're stuck on themselves. It's time to wake up. God is coming, and it's not going to be good. What are you going to do when this 7-year tribulation starts? What are you going to do when you're sitting here and you're going to think about this chip? Some of you may flee and go, man, I can't do this, because now it's reality. It's real. You fake Christians that are sitting there thinking you're good when you're not good. Because, I got a family member that says, just because I read, I believe, that's not doing enough. Well, I do good stuff. That's not doing enough. You can believe and read, but yet you're going and watching horror films. You're walking in, you're drinking, you're taking drugs, you're cussing, whatever it is. I mean, it's not enough. You have to follow the word. You have to follow what God has in store. You got to follow the book. He's given us warning, people, from the beginning of Genesis to Revelation. All the things we need to be cured, all the problems we have, there's a solution for it in that great book. It's called the Holy Bible. I'm telling you right now, man, I wish I would have had somebody giving me videos like this. I wish I would have had somebody that gave a crap about me, that gave me this knowledge. Because let me tell you right now, it's right here. It's in front of us. All these signs, all this stuff that's happening. The Bitcoins and all this gold, buy silver. For what? Even if you have, I think it's Costco that sells them little bars of gold. Even if you had a 10 of those in your hand, who the heck are you going to sell it to? Who? They're going to control everything. That gold is going to be useless. Oh, Nelson, I'll barter it. Barter for what? Who's going to want it? It'd be like going in there somewhere with $100 bill and saying, I'll give you this $100 bill for that pack of bologna and bread and some cheese. They're going to look at you and go, that money's useless. You can have all the money in the dang gone world, but if you're not willing to put your stuff in their ghost accounts and do what they tell you to do with it, why do you think they track what you're doing? You get on these mobile apps, which do you want some more of this product, or already on there, and you're like, oh, geez, I don't really need that. I mean, but it favors what you like. It favors what you buy, because this is how they control you. This is how they know what you like and your dislikes. They don't want cash. They don't want cash because they don't know what you're doing with it. You got to go to a bank to take money out, and you take large sums of money. You got to tell them what you're doing. It's none of your business. You didn't ask me how I got the money when I put it in there. Why do I got to tell you what I'm doing? What are you doing with your money? Tell me. I don't have to tell you exactly because it's your business. So nobody's business how much money I got in any accounts. But it seems to be. Do you truly have to be left here to understand all this? Are you looking out there and seeing? Somebody asked me a while back, do I think Trump was that whole thing staged? I do believe it was staged. I truly do. And for many reasons. I mean, go back and watch the videos, people. It's just like 9/11. I mean, I had people ready to fight me over that. I can't believe you're saying this. We're at war and we're going to go to war. We're going to a fake war. The plane didn't hit the building. It's freaking fixed. It was impossible for a plane to hit that building and not fall anywhere else. It's impossible for a plane to fly through the middle of the Pentagon, blow up the front of it. Two people that knew too damn much, security people, died with a bunch of cabinets was in there. But yet there was no broken glass in the courtyard of that thing in the middle. There was no plane in there. That plane would have went right through that building and ended up in that courtyard. That grassy area is in the middle of that Pentagon. Why was there no plane there? The only dang on plane we know is the one that was going toward the White House, and it crashed there in Pennsylvania. Who was all on the plane? I'm curious to see. If there's the list, I'd like to see the people and see what they did for a living. I think it was people that knew too dang on much, and they got rid of them. It's the same thing with this Diddy case. The Epstein Islands. Look at all these people in Hollywood. Hell, they all ought to be in jail. Instead, they're fleeing the country. Look what they did. These kids, these people. You ever see all these wanted posters all over and you're thinking, dang, that's a lot. You go in Walmart, there's a whole freaking wall full of them. I wonder how many of those kids got killed out there. Sex trafficking and all this. You got all these people coming over from these different countries being sex trafficking over here. People, this is a joke. You got these people coming over here acting a certain way and pretending to like you and all this. And all of a sudden, they're after your money. They're after you to sign up for these investments and all this stuff. And, there's scams everywhere. I got a guy, I'm trying to sell a commercial mower. Sends me a message saying, oh, that's a good price. I'll come and get it after work. So then he sends me another thing saying he's going to send over a cashier's check thing from his bank and give it to me. This should take 24 hours once I deposit. First of all, I ain't depositing no cashier's check, nothing into my account. Put it into my account and you got my account information. Is that how this works? Second of all, then I said, well, then he's going to send a company to come and pick up the mower. I was like, nope. I said, I'll tell you what you can do. You can either Western Union me the money, and I'll go pick up that money, and then they can come pick up the mower. Second of all, you can send them, you can go to the bank that you're going to go get a cashier's check from your bank. You can go to the bank, get me the dang on money, send it with the person that's coming to pick it up, and they'll hand me the cash, and I'll give them the mower. Crickets, people. Crickets. If you don't think we're being deceived, if you don't think that everything that I'm saying is true, then you're sadly mistaken. They got all these scams going around, mailing these fake checks out to people, and people are cashing them, and many times they're getting a hold of their bank information, the routing numbers and stuff, and then before you know it, the bank's chasing after people trying to figure this out. They done hopped that money around to 6 different accounts and closed them down. There's accounts where people are setting up fake accounts, going in cash and stuff, which going right outside, cash a check, go right outside, withdraw the money, and close the account and walk away. It's happening everywhere. Look at all the stuff that's happening at Walmart and stuff, and people putting those scan things on their self-checkouts. I believe it's all fixed. I believe it's all fixed so they can shut down them self-checkout. Target's doing so many items. I think it's down to 5 items now. Give me a freaking break, man. You started this crap. Why? You started it to help move the line so you can get away with payroll. There's so many wrongs that they're doing. They're just trying to get away from all the stuff that's going on. Believe it or not. Think about it. You look at these Amazons, you look at these Costco's, you look at all these places that are going in there, self-checkout, you can scan the items as you go, put it in your cart. I think it's Sam's doing it, or BJ's, I forget which one, that they announced that they're going to do this automated thing. You just scan it, and it pays, and as you go out, it's going to be like this big giant metal detector thing that's going to scan your cart to make sure, count the items, and make sure it all matches up to what you paid for. That ain't some creepy stuff. I don't know what is. You know, the signs of the Antichrist is rising. They're here. It's right in front of us. The birth pains. I mean, I know when a woman's getting ready to have a baby, because when you hear that screaming and it's getting louder and louder, you know something's wrong. It's up to you to determine what's going on. It's up to you to know the word. Revelation, go read Revelation. Read it again, and read it again. And then you look outside and you tell me that this stuff isn't happening. You look at Noah's days and you tell me that same things isn't happening. You look at Sodom and Gomorrah, people, and you tell me this isn't happening right now. You look at this identifying crap. You look at what we're doing to our children. You look at what you're allowing into your households. You look at what you're watching, what you're willing to give up, what these shows on here with half-naked people on here. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You look at all these shows that are, you know, like the Kardashians and all that, you know, but you look at all of them. They're all wrapped up in Diddy. They're all wrapped up in that house. They're all wrapped up in something. Caitlyn Jenner is, you know, Bruce Jenner, it's Caitlyn Jenner and all this stuff. People, you tell me that Satan is not involved in this. What the heck are you allowing yourselves to watch, your children to watch? What are you allowing? You're allowing the Satan to walk into your household, and you wonder why your house is so upside down. You sit there at a table and everybody's sitting here doing this on their phones because there's no more communication. See, Satan wants your children relying on this, because you know what's going to happen when they shut these phones down? They're going to go stir crazy mad. They're not going to be able to take it. It's not like you're going to send your kids outside. Anybody old enough to remember the game Freeze Tag or Red Rover or any of that stuff, you know, hide and seek, you know, those type of games, you know, how many people remember those games? How many people remember going outside and playing with Hot Wheel cars, or just riding your bike and just laughing and carrying on with your friends? I mean, when was the last time you really seen kids riding bicycles? When was the last time you seen them out there just getting dirty, playing in sandboxes and just having a blast, making up their own little storylines in their heads? Not too often. Not too often. Anymore, you see something glued to their heads, something glued to their hands, or their foul mouth is ridiculous. When do we allow children to start talking to us that way? When do we allow children to start telling us what they're going to do and how they're going to do it? Well, then, if you're that responsible for yourself, then I shouldn't have to do anything for you. And I'm sorry, people. It's somebody's got to wake you up. You know, I've been sitting here and walking around with the cane, walking around with the walker, my leg, I mean, my back, my everything. I mean, it just, from daylight to dark, I can wake up in the middle of the night, it wakes me up, and I'm still in so much pain. But not as much pain as it is me looking outside and seeing what's happening. Not as much pain as me looking and saying, this is insane what's happening right now. This has got to stop. But it's not going to. Everybody's, you know, this Trump's going to save the world. Trump's going to do this. Well, what's he doing? I mean, really? I mean, seriously. What is he doing? Besides this vindictive crap against Joe Biden and Pelosi and all the, I mean, you know, talking about his $400 million plane and all the gold and stuff on it. I don't really care. Fix our economy. That's why we put you back in office, to fix this economy. They're raising our mortgage rates. They're raising our taxes. They're raising all this stuff. Man, how much more can we take? Donald Trump can't save us, people. Only God can save us by sending his son to rescue us out of here. Because let me tell you right there now, this is going to crash. I'm so sick of hearing him say, well, I'm the first time it says any president. Yeah, I don't really care because I don't see the difference between Joe Biden and what's happening now. And I know some of you may say, well, no, it's only been a few months. Have you noticed how fast the days are going? I mean, it seems like that you wake up, the day's gone, you're going back to sleep, you're waking up, and it's already the next day. If anybody can't see this happening, I talked about this. Because the Lord Jesus told me in prayer, he says, beware when the time comes when you cannot determine from night to day, day to night. Your days will go fast, your nights will even faster. You will rise and start the next day, the same as the day that just passed. Think about that. Think about the calendar one I talked about. When he told me that, I seen the calendar, the months were just flying by, the years were just flying by until the month I couldn't see no more, and the days were no longer, and the year I couldn't see, and the pages were all blank. I wish I could see the month and the year, because then I would be like, well, I got a feeling that's about when Jesus is coming. No man should know the day or the hour. Man, I tell you what, even now, it's hard to concentrate. It's hard to sit still. And to be honest with you guys, there's days that I just pray God just takes me out of here. I mean, even trying to get through these videos. I did like 2 or 3 of them. I didn't like them, so I deleted them. Probably should have left them on and let you guys give me your thoughts. I mean, it's kind of like this one. You just go all over the place, and I'm just trying to give you this information. I'm just trying to, if you do go to church, start paying attention to your church people. You got to be on fire for God right now. You got to be on fire for Jesus Christ. You got to ask them into your life even more. You got to ask for that changing and that molding and that sculpting. You got to ask for them to deliver you from this, because you got to make things right. You're not going to make it if you continue on the pathway of I'm good. You're not going to make it if life controls you. There's so many people getting divorces these days because we're not willing to work. We're not willing to put the work in. It's just easier to say I want a divorce. It's just easier to say I'm done with this. That's sad, but that's what it's coming to. It's up to you. It's up to you how you change it. It's up to you what you do with it. It's up to you to decide. What are you going to do? You look at the warning signs, it's right in front of our faces. What's it going to take? They're already injecting chips into people. They're getting ready to start just self-scanning crap with your eyes and your hands, and voice-activated accounts. They're going to put all the counts in there. You can just scan your hand. People, what's happening? People have been doing this with vending machines for a while. This isn't just any movie now that you're watching this stuff. This is coming real. What are you going to do? If you're not strong enough now, you're not going to be strong enough then. I can guarantee it. But the good thing about it is he's given us time to change it. He's given us time to change our lives. He's given us time to talk about Jesus. He's given us time to warn people. He's given us time. You cannot go and complain to God and when then time comes. You look at Revelation, you're talking about, when it talks about the people fleeing through there, that's the Jewish nation he's talking about. They're the ones going to run and hide because they did wrong. They didn't believe. Well, when we get baptized in the Spirit of Jesus, we become part of that nation. But I'm not going to be the one running to the hills and trying to hide. I'm not Adam and Eve, because that's all they're doing. I'm not going to be the one. I'm not going to be Cain that smashed, Cain that smashed Abel. I don't want that blood on my hands. I confessed all my stuff to God. I confessed everything. I walked away. I threw away thousands of dollars worth of DVDs, thousands of dollars worth of cassettes and albums and CDs. Thousands. Think about it. I had over 500 DVDs, man. That's a lot. Cassette tapes. It's all done with it. It's all forgotten. Are you? Are you all for God? Are you all for Jesus? Are you going to pretend to? You're just going to keep pretending? I'm good. Are you? I hope so. I hope so. I hope you really look at all the stuff that's going to happen, people, because everything we're going through right now is about to happen. You realize when this rapture comes, you realize when this happens, immediately what's going to happen. Food delivery is going to come to your house. Food delivery. Now hear me. Food delivery. They're going to tell you what time you're going to leave your house and go to work and return. There's going to be curfews. Are you willing? There is going to be no, even if you deny it, you're not going to die of hunger. You're not going to die of thirst. It's going to be the worst pain that you ever have in your life. I'm telling you right now. You want to come barking on that freaking, down that alleyway, then go on down it. When you see people gnawing on human flesh off of bones and stuff, and people being alive and screaming, and people are going to be eating them, you're going to be thinking, man, this is just like The Walking Dead, man. I used to watch this on TV. Well, now they're going to be gnawing on you next. Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? Could have, would have, should have. The signs are here. The ark door is getting ready to close. Are you going to get on it? Are you going to be the one standing there? It's up to you. Examine your lives right now. Look at everything in it, people in it. Look at all the stuff you're doing. Is it pleasing to God? Is it pleasing to Jesus? Would you do it if Jesus was standing next to you? I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to dig back into the text on Satan and everything, but you've been warned. It's coming. Stop playing. This isn't no chess game. People are playing checkers and Satan's playing chess. Good luck with it. Let's see if I can get up out of this chair. I gotta stop the video anyways because it's hard to move around. Alright guys, God bless you. Till the next one.